Hi guys, I'm going to shoot a video about my collection. I've been collecting war games since I was 13. Now I'm 55, so 42 years of collection. Well, let's analyze at first my first shelf. Please remember that my collection is made up of 20 shelves. I can count about 3,000 word games, something more I think. And well, this is my shelf number one, a mobile shelf. Yes, in fact, I don't have so much room left. I'm going to show you my garage, and I repeat, there are about 20 full shelves of word games. So at first, let's have a view at my shelf number one, mobile shelf. And now let's enter my garage. So I want to show you the shelf number two. Well, from the top you can see the entire international team collection. International team was an Italian publisher, very famous and active during the 80s. So, well, I'm going to turn on some light more. Well, please remember that I have just finished to organize my collection, so several titles are not divided into the publishers, but, well, stop there. Well, shelf number two. Please have a look. Several titles. Well, this shelf is not organized. Please remember that general I collect GMT titles, SPI. I am the proud owner of the entire SPI collection, and these are several titles coming from several publishers. Well, shelf number one. Let's proceed with the shelf number two. Well, from the top, well, there is an Italian word game, 2 centuries of wars, then some old titles, GDW, Cry Havoc, well, the Cossacks are coming, well, all the titles concerning the 3W. This is the shelf number 3. Let's continue with the shelf number 4. Well, the shelf number 4 is made up of all GMT titles, well, from the top. You can see several copies of one of my favorite World War I title, that is Paths of Glory. Well, obviously some war games are still shrink-wrapped. Well, I don't have time to play all my war games. Probably I have played 35–40% of my collection. You can see here all the Commands and Colors Napoleonics. Why? Because I use this series to run my war game school. All the Ancients Commands and Colors series. Let's continue. And now, well, probably I'm so proud of my SPI collection. I have all the flat trays, but two or three are missing. For example, Atlantic Wall in flat tray, but I possess it in a soap box. So let's have a look at some titles. Then let's proceed with the other flat trays, and then you can see the white boxes series always belonging to the SPI production. White boxes. Then the shelf number 4, 5, 6, shelf number 7. Well, several Wings of Glory and Wings of War boxes. Some Avalon Hill titles. Now we are in the MMP area, the Operational Tactical Combat Series. The Civil War Regimental Series. This Hollow Ground Guderian's Blitzkrieg 2 First Edition. The Napoleonic Series. Let's continue. You can see a corner dedicated to the 120 series published by GDW. You can see Gifford Courthouse, 1942, 40, the Battle of Prague, Badafoam, Raffia, Dark Nebula, Agincourt, Lobositz, etc. So now we are walking through the central sector of my garage. Well, other gamers titles, MMP titles. Let's continue. Well, let's have a look at this central section. Well, let's walk. Some Avalon Hill war games. The back view of my flat tray SPI boxes. Now, well, I have already taken some pictures about the soap boxes, but let's have a look again. Another shelf where you can find other GMT titles. If you notice, each box is covered with a plastic bag, such way I can protect the war games from humidity and dust, albeit, well, this garage is not so humid, so, and each week I clean and I try to oust each hint of dust. It's a sort of stamps collection. On the contrary, it's a war game collection. You can see several SPI boxes. Well, rare SPI boxes. And now we have reached the Compass game section. Well, there aren't so many titles published by Compass, so you can keep them in one shelf and a half. Now let's continue with the final section. Other Compass titles. Another shelf dedicated to GMT titles. I don't know how many titles has the GMT published. Well, more than 400, I don't remember. The TSR boxes, obviously under the SPI logo. And now the large shelf about the Victory Games titles and Avalon Hill titles. And last but not least, the first Avalon Hill boxes. Tactics 2, several editions, Bismarck first edition, Kampfgruppe Piper 1 and 2, Anzio, all the versions, Le Mans, another rare game, Gettysburg, the several versions of Gettysburg, Verdict 2, there is also the original Verdict, Afrika Korps, and now obviously my collection can count also the entire Wargamer first volume. I possess the number 1 of Wargamer, very rare, Fire and Movement. Upstairs I have the Strategy and Tactics collection. General, well, you can see all the issues of General by Avalon Hill. And let's finish with the last 2 shelves. Well, they are not in order. I have to sort something more, not time. And last but not least, my other mobile shelf. Well, let's finish with this view on 5 rare titles published by international team: Landsknecht, War Room, Supermarina, Okinawa and Moscow. Well guys, thanks for your attention and hope to see you soon. Bye.